Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for some more qualifier madness. The Dream League 23 close qualifiers. Myself, DK Truman, joined by the wonderful Bowie. And wasn't Dream League like last week?
Yeah, it was. That's the state of the tournaments that we're having this year. Just so many things happening. Like the patch is just impossible to be dropped because we have like 4 qualifiers at the same time. But yeah, very excited that we get to cast another qualifiers here in Shopify. It's been a while since I've cast them.
I think I casted them last qualifiers
Oh,
with you.
never mind. Wait, did we actually? Maybe we did. I think we cast a different region though. Did we cast an A?
I
I feel
I
like we
mean, I
cast
definitely
SA
casted
maybe.
SA, but I think we casted both NA and SA, I think we casted both. But I definitely remember watching Shop. Yeah, we definitely did NA because we also did
Okay.
nouns, and I always remember when I cast nouns, for Ripostini, right there. But yeah, we do have ourselves a absolutely wonderful match. I think we are pretty happy with the fact that we got some really good NA matches. Of course, the first round has already been played between some of the teams here. Shopify took down La Correntada, and Team Monkeys beat Sand King Gomez. So we do have ourselves the upper bracket semifinals already.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, looking at the teams, it's hard not to give Nouns and Shopify the favorites here, right? And they will they actually will meet in the upper bracket final in case Nouns beats Apex Genesis. Is there any other team here that you think could be maybe a dark horse moving forward?
No. I mean, I always try to find like a glimmer of hope on new teams coming up. There are some very nice mixed stacks coming in. Of course, La Correntada seems to be, to me, a very nice team. You got As Cores, Rises, Alone, and Monster. I think that's actually a really cool core lineup that they have. They did get 2-0 by Shopify. One game, the first game was 21 minutes and 11 seconds for Shopify. The second game was 21 minutes and 14 seconds for Shopify. So, yeah, that doesn't bode too well for them. But yeah, I
Was
mean, Fart
these
Studios
exact same
obviously
roster?
is always great.
Was
I think so. I don't
So
see any
is
changes.
the Henry on La Correntada the Henry, the streamer? Do you know that?
No, to be fair, I'm not the biggest stream watcher. I have a couple of streamers that I tend to follow, but most of them are not the big NA streamers. I assume he's a big NA streamer. I don't actually know. Might just
Yeah,
be a
yeah.
dude called Henry.
Yeah, it might be. I was just curious. But out of all of the other teams, I guess Far Studios and La Correntada are my. I would assume they should be the ones to get top 4, right? Alongside Shopify Nouns. Like when you look at the players, I think it's close, right? You have Alone and Rises on La Correntada. They're definitely really solid. But yeah, I don't know how sharp Jenkins is these days. I haven't seen him play in a while.
Uh, no,
You don't seem confident.
it's Fart Studios.
Yeah.
You can't really hope too much on that roster. They already had to substitute BSJ with Turtle, so I'm wondering how that's going to continue forward. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with whatever roster they pick up. There are substitutes prone to substitutes a lot of the time, but they do make some of the best NA content out there. But nonetheless, we're going to be handling Team Monkeys versus Shopify Rebellion. Of course, Team Monkeys having the all famous, all very old Monkeys Forever. How old is Monkeys Forever?
30 maybe? Let's see what his Wikipedia profile says. It says,
Yeah, it doesn't state
huh,
his age there, which is
maybe
very
he's
weird.
too old. Cannot be computed by standard
Yeah, he didn't
machines.
survive Y2K right there.
But yeah, he's definitely in the in the senile tier of Dota players. He's been here for a while. And I was looking at the ranks here. Were you aware that Mr. RCY is rank 3 right now?
Oh, didn't
Yeah, so
we? I think we casted some of RCY previously.
maybe we did. He definitely, improved a lot. Rank 3 is definitely no joke, even if it is an A. But some of their other players, I think Rosie Ann is like rank 1,000. So that's definitely, pretty big disparity there in MMR, probably like 3-4K. So that's I guess, one of the many problems Team Monkeys is gonna have to face here. Not only, there's a skill gap, but Shopify, they stream very consistently. They play the best teams in the world. Do you think we could get to like 40 minutes in one of these games?
Oh yeah, definitely. I was quickly checking out the player that you just mentioned. We did cover him in the previous tournament. I don't necessarily know if it was the previous DreamLeague or what it was exactly, but he played for the Young Zigandu roster. So yeah, I think it was in the previous NA qualifier. He made it to the grand finals. The third place. They played against Nouns for third place. So yeah, definitely a scary player to deal with, and that's what you love to see. Some of those players maybe grouping up with a old man like Monkeys Forever might just be the extra boost he needs.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. Having a player this caliber, I guess the mid lane is gonna be a really nice watch. Yopaj versus the current rank 3. Obviously, Yopaj I think plays European servers, but that's definitely very close in MMR. I would assume it's probably in the hundreds of a difference only.
Also, Double King is 19 years old and RCY is 17 years old.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty young. I would assume Shopify is actually a pretty old team, right? Even
oh yeah, they're ancient. They're 1 foot in the grave already.
Is Saberlight their youngest player? I think it is. He strikes me as someone that's like below 25. Let me see.
Probably, because I think Kitrax 24, Theolacourse 24, Saber Chad is 23, Yopaj 22. Yopaj is my idol.
I mean, Yopaj has been playing from a very young age, right? It feels like I recognize his name from TI5, maybe.
Yeah, he's been around the block quite a decent amount. It's not too surprising. I also thought he was a little bit older than that, but it does make sense. He is a very much loved player from the Southeast Asian area. Also, RCY was born in the Philippines, so that he is playing as an American, but born in the Philippines, so
has that gamer blood flowing through his veins. Home of the best gamers in the world. I guess SCA players would probably disagree because they hate their own pubs, but definitely a region that has bred some of the finest.
Yeah, it's right now they're not in a very great spot. There's one team pretty much like Aurora is looking pretty good, but
I mean they have a pretty good history, right? Yeah, they didn't win TI, but SA teams in general have done pretty well. TI, I think, like maybe better, probably better than NA if you compute all of the results. Definitely better than SA.
I mean, the NA has a TI winner, so.
Yeah, maybe, sure. And then what's left?
They're at the same bench as pretty much South America. Bottom of the barrel.
Well, speaking of bottom here, that bottom Mirana gets taken away. Definitely a classic for Theolicor, and they're gonna get the Rubik. Definitely the hero he's gonna play. He just loves it.
Yeah, it's in general the Rubik Centaur lane is really deadly. You always have the Centaur pretty much running away on games these days. I think I mentioned it in a previous tournament that we casted. The Centaur, I've seen more and more Kanda Centaur coming up, which is weird. Mainly because at that point, Centaur is a hero that stop scaling at one point, like damage-wise, when the enemies all have a ton of HP, and that definitely is a possibility to change it up a little bit. Rubik, obviously, Theodore are really good on it. Counters a bunch of possible heroes that the enemy could go for. It is Monkeys Forever, so you could think, you know, Enigma. Nope, that's not going to be played. Beastmaster tends to be one of those heroes. I don't think Rubik does anything against Beastmaster, though. Maybe if you steal Roar. But I do like the Shadow Demon pick. Obviously, Center Stampede, Disruption, goodbye.
Yeah, it's a solid pick. I think it's also better in lane than some people give it credit for, although Team Monkeys here just feeling the pressure, right? They are burning through all of their reserve time in their second pick. Definitely not ideal, as they second phase a Sven. Okay.
That's not too shabby. Immediately throwing out your... To be fair, it is Double King, so it's not the most surprising that he picks Sven. I think that is the hero that is saddled up towards his name these days. But yeah, it's all capable. Can survive this. I think that's the most important thing. It can survive the Centaur in lane. It doesn't always. Centaur can still run away against him. But luckily enough, with Rubik doesn't have that much damage in lane, so it should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, you have a really strong lane. I do fear for the strength of these supports later on, though. You have very squishy. Obviously, Enchantress in a good game, not squishy. But already looking at his Razor, definitely here can just run down the Enchantress. Yeah, that's pretty strong dual lanes on the side of Shopify.
I mean, to be fair, I would love it if they just swap the Sven to off lane and say you play it, and then because it's most likely going to be RTC Razor unless Saberlight's going to play it, and then Centaur goes mid, which would be even weirder. But I think it might. Okay, now they picked up the Room House. I'm a bit afraid of the Shopify's damage output. It seems very weak. Obviously, Razor counter Sven, but that's all they have.
Yeah, but would you say Monkeys also has a lot of damage, right? It's only the Sven. The other heroes definitely kind of temper off.
Moss, like Enchantress and Shadow Demon are harder to kill than Rubik Crystal Maiden.
True, very true. They do have the gap closed though with the Centaur and his Blink Dagger. I think Shopify definitely needs more damage. So Huck, Invoker, Lina, Clop, all viable options here. Pangolier still in the pool somehow. That wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, Lina's always pretty nice. Obviously, Puck, Storm springs to mind. You're playing against Razor and Sven, both heroes that really want to get on top of you. If you get something that kites them around or leashes them, would be definitely advantageous. I would rather not see a big tanky hero in mid, but more of a playmaking, because I think the catch is lacking for especially the Shopify side. They have the Blink Center Stomp, and that's about it. Whereas Team Monkeys, they do have Brew Split with the Lift Up. They have the Demonic Purge, and they also have Sven with possible Super Hammer later.
Yeah, I think both sides need damage for sure. Puck to me is the best option for Shopify. Like Coil with Razor, just having the silence on the Brew seems really strong. They do have overall first pick on Monkeys though, so if they want to snatch the puck themselves, they could potentially ban something else. Maybe ban the Void Spirit. I'm pretty sure Yopaj plays it. Oh, they banned Sniper. That's also another really good one.
Well, there's the puck coming in. Obviously, Sniper would just bap him out of the lane. So Puck should have... There are a couple of heroes that Puck hates to play against. TA is actually one of those, because you can't really get rid of the refraction charges. So Yopaj TA, I think that is the most classic Yopaj hero. So that would... unless they make the Razor mid and put the TA safe, which would be the big surprise, and Razor could just have fun. But it will be the Yopaj TA mid.
Yeah, pretty solid the lanes, I think, for Shopify. Mid is probably the biggest win, I would say. It's going to be a decent test here for RCY, but if he grinded his way to rank 3, I'm pretty sure he has played this lane tons and tons of times. I don't dislike the Monkeys draft. I feel like the Brewmaster is actually a decent response to Razor. You get all of that move speed with the passive, and you can run away. Sven, as you said, can survive the center. I think they honestly have a decent draft. I just feel like they don't scale as much as Shopify.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I think the damage problem from Shopify has been resolved. Also, TA doesn't really care at all about the Sven. The Brewmaster only has one target that he can lift up during the fight. I'm liking this from Shopify. On the other hand, Team Monkeys, it depends on how RCY will play the puck. Laning might be a little bit tough, but puck does have good ways to cut creep waves, especially with the Enchantress as well. They can extend the game. And late game, if you build it in a bit more of a core right-click puck, it could be very painful in terms of the damage output.
Yeah, I wonder if Yopaj is going to go for the Orchid build or even just the Shard. I think both are really strong against Puck. That is one of the ways, you see Kunkas, very weird heroes building Orchid just to try and deal with the Puck earlier on. Not common, but very curious to see how Yopaj is going to try. If you just scale for yourself or if you feel like shutting down RCY with a silence item is the way to go.
I think that might be needed. They have Center Stomp, which is easy to dodge. They've got the Rubik Lift, which is not dodgeable. And even during the freeze from the Crystal Maiden, you can still hide. So it's not really that good against Puck. Their control is very lackluster to hold the Puck down. But they do have decent high ground push, which I think is another aspect that a lot of teams forget about. Is at one point someone's going to have to hit buildings, and Shopify does have that in the bag, same as Team Monkeys.
Yeah, that's definitely the type of game where you either kill everyone, go high ground, or it might be tough to really break through. I think the high ground on Monkeys is a bit underwhelming though. Sven's not really a hero that can posture that much. You only have Puck and Shadow Demon to deal with the creeps, but I guess you can maybe have some creep ways with the Enchantress. There's a couple of weird ways around it, but it's on Albino Zebra to have the foresight and have the positioning to do it.
Shopify gonna smoke back, expecting Team Monkeys to be on the Radiant Triangle, but they are not to be spotted just yet. Are we gonna get ourselves a level 1 brawl? These teams, Dire actually has a pretty bad level 1, whereas Shopify have a really good level 1.
Look at the patience there. They got the perfect angle. Albino was in position to break the smoke, but now they are all behind. This is huge. Can they find the Enchantress?
Actually, they might lose
no
3 bounties for 1. Oof. Yeah, it looked like it was a 5-head play, but they got outplayed by Team Monkeys there by just waiting for the runes to spawn.
Yeah, very true. The cast range on their spells is pretty low. You don't want to start with Telekinesis, and Frostbite is a pretty short range spell, I guess. Maybe he could have just go for Crystal Nova. But it's alright. 3 bounties here. Decent advantage for Monkeys. We'll see if they're going to be able to keep it up in the lanes.
Let's see, top side, it is going to be Enchantress Sven, which is a very strong lane Enchantress, especially if you don't block the camps perfectly. You can have Enchant plus Impetus spams coming in, and that will hurt a lot. Speaking of hurt a lot, Double King taking a heap of damage. Albino Zebra already having to get the Wisps out to try and heal him up, but he's still going to get dropped by just right-clicking Centaur Gaming. And that is first blood secured, and the Enchantress is forced to level the Wisps as well. So that top lane already is a sad moment for Team Monkeys.
Yeah, so much for this Sven surviving that aggression. I mean, level 1, you really don't expect that to happen. Just taking a little bit too much damage there on Double King.
Yeah, that's just pretty much the stupid power of Centaur in this patch. It is ridiculous how much damage it does. It also has, it doesn't have really any armor, but it does have passively 8.8 HP regen, so doesn't really care. Double King's gonna get taken down again. Bing bong,
He
indeed.
doesn't have a
Saber
TP.
Chad.
This is...
Yep. That
Alright,
top
this-
lane
this
is
the
dead.
worst case scenario. Yeah, I mean, can already jungle, I guess. He's level 1, man. He's level 1. He's gonna have to smoke out of his own pocket to get there.
Yeah, in the meantime, towards mid, RCY needs to be careful he doesn't get hit by a side blade there, otherwise he dies. Woo! Had to phase shift that one. God, Yopudge is my idol, and he's looking pretty good. Smoke from the Sven back to lane, bottom lane. That might be the only lane that they actually have a decent shot.
Yeah, they're doing okay, right? Monkeys, 11 and 1. Not really struggling that much with the Razor, although once you get level 3, that's when things get nasty. I'm gonna have 2 spells on CM, level 2 Static Link. Gotta play very carefully.
Yeah, currently, RCY is just being zoned out completely by Yopudge. So 6 denies. Constantly playing against a good TA must be infuriating. I don't know, because I don't play mid, so I never have to deal with the side blade shenanigans.
It is very annoying indeed, and Puck used to be, you know, a stronger laner. They nerfed his lane so that his scaling got a little bit better. I expected, I think that's about the result I expected, you know. I guess I had a little bit of hope that your rank 3 magic could have been enough to maybe offset it slightly. But I think, you know, when 2 relatively even players play this matchup, you should expect something like that. Maybe Yopaj is slightly ahead, but it is definitely TA advantageous, which is why they picked it as a response.
Yeah, obviously TA is just easy money for Yopudge in terms of winning the mid lane matchup. And on the sides, bottom lane, the Brewmaster is actually getting a pretty decent amount of farm, which is a very big plus going on. They need something. They even have the Roseanne trying to get some stacks going in the meantime, securing the water rune, so RCY can try and get it. Yopudge is going to be the target. RCY gets the bottle refill, and Yopudge goes out with a TP. Immediately bailing out, knowing that he's probably going to die if he tries to man fight them.
I do like that they are getting some stacks here with the Shadow Demon, so they know that this fan is struggling. So they got at least 1 stack, I think. Maybe one of them missed because I saw him going there twice. Yopaj, so much damage with that amount. Gotta be extremely careful.
It's all top 3 on the board currently. It is, at least in terms of last hits, looking like Shopify, but that monkey's forever, you know, he's that experienced player in the team. Yeah, of course, he doesn't have the big flashy plays like the young people have these days, but he is still a very capable offlaner. He is the lone runner amongst the enemy's cores, and doing a pretty terrific job on his level 30 Grandmaster Brewmaster.
Definitely has played and seen a lot. Kinda pretty much the cornerstone of this team, some would say, as they are rotating here on Yopaj. They have this little center creep, but the angle not perfect. Had to go run a little bit closer to the tower so he got the range. Time for the runes, right? Puck definitely needs it. I think even a bit more than TA. This is when we might start seeing some more kills.
Do we have any more Kanda builders this game? I'm trying to think. Any
So
fun
are you
ones?
assuming Centaur is a Kanda builder in this game, or not?
I mean, I always assume Centaur is a Kanda builder.
Okay, well, looking at... yeah, probably not. You know, I don't think it's... I mean, it is very bad on Razor, but out of everyone here, I think Razor is probably the best.
I'm thinking maybe the Sven is pretty decent.
You can
You got
out
like
of
that
it.
Superman flying out, stun. It gives you crit. It doesn't give you as strong of a crit as, of course, Daedalus does, but you build the Chrysalis anyway, turned into a Kanda.
So it is actual damage, right? It's not base damage that Kanda uses.
I think it's actual damage. It should be, otherwise Rapiers
Yeah,
didn't
right?
work.
Exactly. Yeah. So you're right. You're right. It might not be.
Dire's top tower
He might not
is
be
under
bad.
attack.
It was actually on the Sven when he built the Aghanim Scepter previously. The reason they stopped playing Sven was because the older Aghanim Scepter, you got an auto attack the moment you landed, and they removed that. But technically, with the Kanda, you have that auto attack back. So
Look at that. I mean, you're honestly not that far off. It's just that the build up
It's so
is trash,
costly.
right? Yeah, it's too expensive. But maybe if they change another buff, give it kinda another buff, and
Dire's top
we
tower
might see it.
has fallen.
yeah, they're not gonna buff Kanda.
So let's say you're playing against TB, right? And you don't want to go physical, so you go Kanda, Brooch, Eggs. That obviously sounds awful, but it is a way to deal with the armor.
I despise Revenant's Brooch.
Yeah, it's gonna get Giga nerfed, and you know, Suns fan, we know it was you. We know.
It's one of those items that has a niche, but then everyone realizes the niche is way too good, and every hero can benefit from that niche.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like you're forced into, like if you're playing against PA Kanda, like how do you itemize, right? You either go for shitty items to kind of
Blade Mill.
Split
You
the
just have to
chances.
get Blade Mill on everyone.
yeah, late game Blade Mail feels awesome. Okay, I know how you fix this. You give Blade Mail an upgrade. You give Blade Mail an upgrade.
Yeah, no, don't do that. That's even more horrible.
Under attack.
Bruce Split does come out. They tried to run away, but the stone lands onto Kitrek, and that should cost the Crystal Maiden his life. No rotations. Actually, they are going to be TPing in, looking to re-engage here. Says RTZ. Bruce Split is over, charging forward. Gonna get the kill. Roseanne dropping low. Dream Coil onto 2. Snap the coil onto Artur, but he's looking for more. Monkey Forever. He knows he's gonna die, so he might as well take one with him. Can he get the TP away? Close, and he doesn't even... Okay, he pops the magic wand when he's back in base. Didn't even have to do that. Could keep those 19 wand charges, but yeah, it's a 2-for-2 trade. Yeah, it cost a Bruce Split, but it also forced a massive rotation.
Solid performance, getting that kill. Already has a vessel, so overall, Monkeys Forever.
Dire's middle tower is under
He's doing a
attack.
lot this game because his other cores are
Dire's structures
struggling.
are
Sven is
fortified.
behind everyone else, but the Puck and RCY is trying to at least go for a move, but you don't have coil for the next 30 seconds. Maybe they're just gonna try and group and take this tower with the Skelly boys. It's not a bad play,
Dire's
honestly.
middle
That's
tower
what
is
they're
under
supposed to
attack.
do.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Actually curious, who is the most
Radiant's
currently
structures are
successful
fortified.
Brazilian player?
What is your?
I mean, like they're in the strongest team,
Dire's middle tower.
Strongest team.
have the biggest chance at winning stuff.
Oh, they are both in an A, right? It's, I guess analog. Yeah, there's an argument for analog. I think Shopify or Nouns have to be like. I think there's a lot of potential for heroic, but they haven't yet even like done that good, right? They're doing
That's
okay.
Dream Cold Disruption, that's not really a great combination there coming through, but they're looking to try and defend the Ancient, steal the core with the TP attempt. Does he get away? Yes, he does. Goodbye. And that means Double King with these God Strength should clear up those Ancients. Yeah, that was like really bad communicate or coordination on Team Monkeys. Dream Cold at the same time as Disruption. Yeah, that
Radiant are
Yeah, I mean the button
like a
clicking
waste.
was suboptimal, but the overall narrative is good. They understand
Yeah.
how important the stack is, and they fully commit with the numbers. I think that is one thing that a lot of these tier 1, tier 1.5, tier 2 teams don't do right, is not committing enough heroes. And yeah, I mean, they did repel Shopify, and they get the stack. It's obviously not ideal. You want more because you're behind, but it's fine as now Rosie and should be dead, I believe.
Roseanne will be just fine. RCY, he's building up into the Witchblade. That way he has a bit more solo kill potential.
But going back to your argument, I think it has to be Nouns or Shopify. I feel like Heroic might surpass them eventually, but right now, so it would be either Lelis or Unicorn with
Yeah,
Analog.
it would
as a
probably
close
be
third.
Liquor then.
bottom tower is under attack.
Not a believer of Nouns?
Oh no, I love nouns. Don't get me wrong, but they keep swapping players, and for Shopify, it's now a little bit more solid.
Okay.
I think nouns didn't they? Who's their mid lane now?
Yeah, I don't think they announced it, right? It was Stormer for a while, or he was a tryout.
Copy.
Under attack.
Oh, the German guy.
Yeah. Well, they replaced one German for another, but yeah.
True. Yeah.
I used to play for Ivy. Okay, I haven't seen
Radiant's
that
top
guy
tower
play.
is under attack.
He's
Yeah,
definitely
just in
good.
general.
I've cast that iteration of Ivy. I think Mangusu, which is
Radiant are
now
scanning.
the second coach for
Radiant's
Heroic,
top tower is under
did
attack.
play with that Ivy lineup for a couple of games as well. So he's definitely really good. I heard good things about him. And I guess they also had a fair amount of time to scrim with him. So we might see maybe an upset here against Shopify. Who knows?
Monkeys forever. Passive bruise split, center stampede to try and disengage.
Lift.
And go back in. Onto Arteezy. Can he get the damage to kill him off? Needs to be careful because if he goes back into his panda form, he has almost no HP. Monkeys forever. No! Mistakes have been made! Run, baby, run. Will not happen. Kitrek holds him in place and Monkeys forever will falter.
All right. Tried his best, but overcommitted a little bit there. 3 heroes just don't have. Okay, Albino.
Dire's
1,
top tower
2,
is under
3
attack.
does have
Untouchable.
Radiant structures.
his barrier. Should be okay. No, never
Yeah,
mind.
still very dead.
The temple.
Okie dokie. So that's gonna be a very early Dazzle here on your Paj. 6k goal lead for Shopify. This is, yeah, the lanes were a big problem. Like I think
Dire's top
Shopify,
tower is
they
under
got
attack.
stronger lanes, and we were like, yeah, maybe they can survive on monkeys, but they haven't. In fact, they are gonna be dove here.
Ooh, Saberlight, Blink Dagger reveal, Double King held in place. It was a nice dream call by RCY, but there's no follow-up, especially with no Bruce split. Arteezy is actually going to stay alive with the no HP. Monkeys Forever is running away right now. Disruption is just came off cooldown, and Saberlight is looking for blood. And that blood is the Shadow Demon Thelacor. Steals Shadow Poison, not the best steal. They're dropping pretty low in HP, and they're in a very uncomfortable position. Another Stampede. Yopaj, right click, and it's Albino Zebra getting the kill secured. Puck held in place, though, and Saberlight will be still a ballsy Centaur coming through. Also,
Dire's bottom
Enchantress
tower
doesn't have
is
impetus,
falling.
so a bit sad there.
Oh.
Dire's middle
Yeah,
tower is under
just trying
attack.
to be this tanky frontliner here, just trying to break smokes. At the end of the day, still a decent-ish fight. They punished this TA. I think he didn't. Oh, they lost 3 heroes. Yeah, never mind. It's not that good. You punish the TA, but losing the Sven there makes things definitely a bit sketchy. And the gold advantage is just piling up. Is this like the result, like the way this game was gonna go, like about this amount of stomping?
Well, no. I expected that if you see the enemy's, say, off-lane duo, that you would be able to not get killed twice in 1 minute as a safe lane.
Yeah, I mean, Rubik
I think
are
that's a bit-
strong, but I don't think it's killed you twice level 1 strong.
You know, Rubik's got, like, okay-ish tools, but not that good.
Dire's middle
He's got
not a
Zap
level
level 1 that does 100 damage. Yay.
Oh, they
But
going deep
Saberlight
here.
does do a lot more damage. There's going to be Dream Pull onto 2. God Strength charging forward, trying to get the kill onto the TA would be huge. Saberlight has Stampede
Body
in
block.
3 seconds. He's going to get lifted up. Yopaj dropping low. Can he get the Stampede off in time? No, he cannot blink out of there. And Saberlight will blink to the side. Lift up is available. Cyclone, can he get on top of him? So close! But yet too far away up towards mid. The 2 supports seeing if they can find any nice spells to steals. But it will be a 1-for-1 trade, and Yopaj does get taken down. So finally, something good happens for Team Monkeys.
I mean, that was a really clutch body block from Rosie-Ann. Like, he got that disruption off, and through the Stampede was just very much stopping the total movement of the TA. I saw the Sventipine, and I was like, there's no way they have enough damage. But yeah, Double King with that Mask of Madness. Still pretty poor, but it was enough to claim the TA for the second time.
Well, currently. Monkeys Forever, he's still building up in towards that Radiance. It has the Talisman of Evasion. Yeah, it's going to take so long, you might as well go for Talisman of Evasion anyway. Saberlight, walking forward. Roseanne, he is really just the first one spotted every single time. Disruption comes out, Crystal Maiden ulti, and it will be another one in the dumps.
Yeah, the supports are, just positioned very aggressively to try and give time for the Corsair farm. So that's why the Enchantress is also going for this pretty tanky build of the Solar Crest. Now, she will be spotted.
Good track. Being pretty sneaky. Crystal Maidens, we saw it in the one-win tournament. Crystal Maiden Pulse 5 has just been like, stonks have been risen to the max all of a sudden.
It really has. I feel like I was used to South American Crystal Maidens where the position 5s would just get killed, just like Double King this game. Just kill twice, middle one, and then they look good. Oh, never mind. There's Double King.
Yeah, there's BKB coming through. First usage. Steals all the damage from Double King. He's trying to run away, but there's nowhere to go. Is a bit more survivable than initially expected, but will still, regardless, get taken down in the end.
Yeah, he bought a Gossamer Cape, so that's how he survived so much. Had that extra move speed, but even then, was not enough. Shopify get this tier 2 now, and I gotta say, Monkeys, I think he's having a really solid performance. When they were pushing bottom, he was just close to the Tormentor area there, sapping experience. He knew his team couldn't play, and he knew there was nowhere else in the map he could get any resources as RCY gets killed. So I like that he was just sapping experience there, trying to, and also being in position in case there's an opening, Shopify TPs or just something a little bit out of the ordinary.
And Yopaj has double damage rune, double meld onto Roche with the Deso. That should be the first Aegis of the game to be obtained. Saberlight spots out Monkeys Forever. It's just chasing him. Double Edge. Come on, Hoofstomp, Double Edge. There's a Brew Split available as a counterplay to Saberlight. The dots are making it impossible for him to blink out, but they won't actually look for a kill. They don't expect him to be completely alone. They even use Demonic Purge on him, but they don't want to go.
Yeah, unfortunate. Afraid of a reaction, but there's no reaction to have. By the way, Arthur has MKB queued up, so annoyed by the mischance of that Brewmaster.
Monkeys Forever, TP is going to get cancelled. Theolacor is right there. Brew Split used. And actually kill off all the Brewlings except for the Storm Panda. I would have expected them to like kite it out, just body block the strength one. But I guess they don't want to waste any time this game.
Yeah, they're definitely being very proactive here. They're gonna steal the Tormentor.
Tormentor steal, no. That's so gonna be Crystal Maiden because... Oh no, it's not even Crystal. I was so expecting it to be Crystal Maiden because every Crystal that I seem to see play Dota right now gets that shard.
Yeah, it's a really good one. It's fun, but Kitrak did go for drums instead. Going for a 4-staff, just banking on gaining it for free. But yeah, I mean, this tier 2s are slowly gonna fall. As you said, not too hard for Shopify to go high ground. Razor is not the best, but TA is fine. I wonder if Shopify, if they're gonna be confident enough to try and go high ground with the first Aegis. Very rare to see that, but they are substantially ahead. You don't see 12k goal leads minute 20 very, very often at this level of play.
Yeah, they're a pretty decent ahead, especially considering you're playing against a Sven, who should supposedly be a flash farmer. Also, Theolacor is stupidly rich. He did, of course, get the free shard, but he's got, with that shard, Yule's almost on the blink. He is an extra core for the team, and that is what you want to see on a Rubik.
Definitely feeling very, very farmed right now, as he is about to finish that Blink Dagger. They're gonna farm the stacks here from Monkeys. This game, yeah, I mean, this game's looking tough. I think if they're gonna win, it's gonna be out of that Kanda, man. I don't see any other way around. It has to be the Kanda.
Always Kanda.
Kanda forever.
Yeah. Great movie. Saberlight, he's got the Shivas now done as well, so that's going to be extra slows. The Centaur's ulti, luckily enough, does have that slow resistance, which I think is one of the unsung advantages of the God Strength.
Very good against... I guess it doesn't work against Razor's Shard, right? Because that's not a...
That drags. It should not work against. It's...
That's a weird mechanic, right? Does like status resistance work on a drag, whatever that is?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it... I don't actually know.
Yeah, never
I
tested.
mean, I need to try Boots of Bearing, see if I can just run straight when I get hit by Wind Ranger's Shard or something. Oh, RCY, he tried to be greedy! He tried to be greedy! Gets a nice Dream Pull going. Godstring comes in onto Sableye. RCY is actually still alive. Double King's looking for blood. Kitrak pops his ulti, knowing that he's going to be sacrificed by his team, and that's a double kill. RCY survives that somehow? Question mark.
Solar Crest. That was straight up Solar Crest from Robino.
Oh,
giving him that extra move.
Can he just blink off? He has 3 seconds. Buyback by Kitrak. The Aegis is gonna get popped. There is no BKB on the Razor, but there is still one onto Yopaj, so they do blow up Roseanne and are looking for Monkeys Forever as well. He doesn't have a split available. Monkeys. Yeah, you're not going to be as elusive as your Puckaroo.
Huh? They do get that one buyback. They kill a big core. Ooh, they're looking for RCY here. They have Stolen Silence. Bam.
Bam. Indeed.
Done. You know,
Smacked.
I think it was Cap. I was watching, I think it was during the last DreamLeague. He was saying that like the pickup of Theory Core on Shopify was one thing that he was very surprised about. And I kind of understand the point that he was making. That like there's a lot of very famous fours and Shopify is a big org that can probably afford anyone they want as long as they want to play together. So it's pretty cool that Theory Core is the one that gets picked up, and he can actually show that he's at that level. And I mean, it's not really. I don't think a lot of people would disagree that he ended up being an upgrade here, at least to results-wise, to what Shopify was doing last year.
Yeah, I think Theolacor is a nice addition to the team. He's actually doing a really terrific job with especially the off-lane combo with Saberlight. I think they work perfectly in tandem together.
Yeah, and obviously this is not a diss to Crit because he is at Falcons just doing really well too. But you know,
yeah, no, he's playing with the best team in the world right now. So
yeah,
it might just be that obviously we need to see Shopify on LAN pretty soon, ESL Birmingham, to see how well they will be performing on that stage. But it's a team that should normally do better than the results that they are gaining. Oh, RCY does manage to get himself back. Demonic Purge onto Kitrak. Are they going to go for the kill? No. Are they even going to get the enchanters out? No. Disruption save. Couple of seconds longer of survivability, but in the end will falter.
Right.
But yeah, obviously, not every, like, Saxa, for instance, was one of the best players, is just a really, really good player, but doesn't fit in every lineup because that's just how lineups work.
Yeah, I love when people talk about lineups, and I think they announced that Afu is going to be playing for Secret, and there's so many people like, oh, this player is not an upgrade to whatever else they had before, as if like, yes, a team is only the sum of every player it has, right? Regardless of, you know, how they see the game or how good and how like happy they are playing with each other. I find that really fun. That like.
I mean, the
Just
most
remember
important
Team
one.
Secret TI5, guys. It is not about having a star lineup necessarily.
For me, the most important one is always going to be you have Skeeter and you have Snaking, and both of them played okay in so many different rosters, but never to the level that they're playing right now. They were always like, Skeeter joined multiple teams, got kicked in like 2 months or something. Snaking was, I think he was off lane for the longest time. It wasn't okay, but you know, he was an A-okay. But right now they're looking like the best safe lane duo out there. It's insane how much a new group of teammates can change a player individually.
I think Sab is also a great example, right? He was, a lot of people before he started winning TIs were like, yeah, this guy's washed up, this guy is not getting anywhere. Suddenly he's the best player in the world for 2 years in a row and still plays at the highest level.
Radiant are scanning.
And I guess mostly, you know, meeting No KO, getting to that OG lineup that won the first TI was the big upgrade that kind of changed him, as they will change SD from alive to dead.
Dire's top tower is under
Center
attack.
Stampede. Top side. Can get up. No, Brewmaster does get taken out with Saberlight and Artur, while in the meantime they're looking to poke the high ground here on Shopify. Roche will respawn in 20 seconds. They have a Psionic Trap in the pit, so they know when it will be up.
Radiant's bottom tower
By the
is
way,
under attack.
Sven has a Crystallis queued up, but his inventory is full. He could be queuing up a Kanda and we just don't know. He could.
You never know. But
That's
no.
all I want. That's all I want. Sven Kanda this game. That's we
I
just
just
need to
want
dr-
Saber Chad Kanda. Come on, you want it, Saber Chad.
So I looked at Dota 2 Pro Tracker. Both times you mentioned the Centaur Kanda. I looked at 0 Centaur Kandas. So
I didn't say
Not
it's at high
sure.
level.
exactly which swamp
Obviously,
you've been
you-
queuing.
10 other items on the hero because you just need to be really stupidly tanky, or in this case he's going for a Scythe of Ice.
Haste.
But there are lineups that I've seen where there's just lack in damage, where you have 3 cores that just don't really do that much damage, and you need to fix something.
That TA trap's such a problem here for this Puck. The second time the
Yeah,
silence
Puck has
allows.
no way out.
Yeah, he's going Ags. This is really interesting. Like for Puck players, they rarely get an item to deal with silences. Like they just try to tank up or play in a way they don't get found. But first item, Youth Scepter. I think we saw a BKB in the tournament that we were casting prior to this. I think it was like a second item BKB from Squadix, maybe, to try and deal with silences on Puck, but not at all that popular.
I mean, you're going for Agony Scepter anyway, might as well get a Manta style there, just become right-click Puck.
True, true. I think Puck's gonna become universal.
I don't know. I mean, no, because the only ones that they really like making universal are strength heroes. Primarily.
But I think, yeah, I was watching something podcast and he was saying that, I guess it was Syndrome that said, that we are lacking 8 heroes, yes,
Fallen to the radiant.
but after them it's agility. Like the last agility hero was Pangolier, and I think he got turned to universal.
I am actually just baffled at the fact that we are, and to be fair, the other one, Snapfire, also turned into universal. A lot of them
Oh,
turned
yeah.
into universal.
What, Snapfire was agility?
No, it was strength, but now that it's universal. I was thinking, I mean, even Razor once he hits level 25. No, actually, not anymore. Which hero? No, that's Viper.
Viper, yeah, Viper.
Once he turns level 25, turns universal.
Radiant's
That's the
top
dumbest talent of all time, by the way.
It's like, oh yeah, here, give him a talent for an extra 250 damage, sure.
We're gonna get to like level 10 talent. You can toggle between your main
structures are
attribute.
fortified.
Like, just Just give Morphling.
Morphling should have
Yeah.
that. Would actually be cool, that you could turn your attributes
Yeah.
on the hero.
That would be interesting, actually. Oh, hello.
Oh, that's a quick jump. Roseanne is dead. Viva comes out. Superman flying forward, going for the Rubik kill. Theolagor is dead. Center Stampede, double king. All his damage is going to get yoinked by Arteezy. Disruption safe for a couple of seconds long, but how long can he run and fight? Double king is dead. Has no buyback. They're looking for more. Puck's going to get silenced up so close to his Aghanim Scepter, but he is a little bit of gold off. Actually, he needs the courier to fly faster. Fly faster, you damn courier. I need my Aghanim Scepter. Not that he has his ulti available at the moment. Arteezy almost goes for the fountain dive like a little greedy and a pub star right there, but won't dive in. Yopaj will, however. Yopaj loses the Aegis, and RCY loses his life. Buyback available for the Puck. Monkeys Forever back in towards the fountain he goes. Arteezy's going for the little bit of dive. Buyback comes out. Monkeys Forever. He smells blood in the water. Can he get the kill? There's still an RCY buyback on the Puck. He has the Aghanim Scepter right now. RCY. Finally he joins in Monkeys Forever, and the bait is successful. The kill gets secured, and Arteezy is down.
Well, that was something here from Arteezy. You mentioned the greedy NA pub player, and he definitely played just like you would expect. TP out, no bash, Yopaj is what? It is not fine.
Never doubt. Right-click Brewmaster. Fire Panda, Drunken Brawler, tack, 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 dead.
Oh, he didn't get the attack speed talent. That was just the Cinder Brew, and he's also going for an AC, trying to get that extra armor pumping in. There was no Brooch bought on the side of Shopify, so that armor is actually gonna pay off.
Puck can get the Revenant's Brooch easily, right? Because he's got the phase shift and the Dream Coil.
Albino gets the shard. It's alright. You only have 3 points in
Kind of
that.
terrible.
Yeah, no dragon.
Oh no,
left
wait.
as well.
Ooh, he can also get Revenant's Brooch with the Sprink.
Oh, but that's worse, right? Because you would be turning
yeah.
magical to pure, pure to magical.
Yeah, but is every part of, isn't it only the...
Yeah,
the
but her
distance
base damage is 100. I mean, maybe it's slightly better, but I don't think. I don't know. I feel like I'm not.
Yeah,
sure
no, that's probably terrible. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Yep. Can't use yourself when there's an Aghanim Scepter on the board. Snap that coil. God Strength for no real apparent reason there for the last hit on Double King. He has the Chrysalis now done. Looking to go for not Kanda, so that's disappointing.
Yet.
That is true.
Might change his mind. He's going for the Harpoon first. Now, that God Strength usage, I'm not sure how much Shopify can abuse it because this Rubik is dead for 50.
Roseanne did a good job. There's a BKB Satanic available on to Arteezy. Monkeys Forever has the blue split. Still has to quickly run away. Does he have the shard? Yes, he does. He can go back into Earth Panda mode. And there's no BKB. No Satanic available for a little bit. Dream Coil up in 30 seconds. Bit of a timing to make a play.
Yeah, even without the Rubik, they know the key spells were used, specifically that God Strength. And now they are paying the price. This is probably on set of barracks. If you jump this TA with 3 traps in the silence, just... Yeah,
Puck almost has BKB though.
Dire's middle
Okay.
barracks has
Yeah.
fallen.
Probably should just sell your magic wand, or your null talisman. Probably your magic wand, because it's kind of useless. Okay, let's go for the other one. Sell. Jump in. Dream Coil onto multiple. There's the Dream Coil rapid fire. Superman flying through onto Yopa. He goes God Strike, but he is dead. Double King went deep, far and beyond, and got smacked in response. There is nothing they've got in the bag, and that will be Shopify taking game number 1. There's still a little bit of a Puck looking for the backline, seeing if he can maybe get a support kill, cutting the creep wave. RCY goes back in onto Theolacor. They're not calling the GGs just yet. So RCY versus Theolacor. Who's going to win that fight? It's a shard on the Rubik as well. Theater Lacor doing a nasty job with just spamming the phase shift. RCY still lurking about.
Dire's ancient is
But
under
It's this dumb fight. RCY sidestep.
happening?
Shopify Rebellion. Victory.
In the end, it will be the victory for Shopify, but regardless, that was the highlight of the game right there. In all honesty, they played pretty okay. I think the lanes went a lot worse than they would have liked on Team Monkeys. Maybe if the lanes didn't go as terrible, could have gone a bit better for them, but I've seen some nice things from the Team Monkey side.
Yeah, I think so. I think if possible, you keep this brew for you. We saw how, even despite the lane being advantageous to Shopify, they played well. Some really good initial movements from Monkeys Forever. He even farmed a lot, honestly. But you need stronger lanes, especially for Double King. I think it's unacceptable how little he was able to do level 1. Obviously, they are playing against a really good team, but in a vacuum, that lane's not supposed to be that hard.
Yeah, I know. That was a bit of a problem, especially if it was your second pick, Sven. That was game number 1. Ladies and gents, we'll be going towards a short little break. Get everything ready because there are more matches tonight. Shopify versus Team Monkeys game 2 after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That was game number 1 between Shopify Rebellion and Team Monkeys. It was one-sided, Bowie. Hopefully, game number 2 will give us something more exhilarating.
Hopefully, indeed. I think draft-wise, they forced that Sven a little bit too much. They didn't overall had less pick as well, so I think not that Sven is not a strong hero, but it felt like they could have maybe had better lanes, just so that you offset, the fact that there's gonna be a response for your mid player as the last pick. I think RCY, he recovered pretty well, all things considered. But, we're still playing against Yopaj in the mid lane, whilst not having the best lane matchup. So I think you have to prepare in the draft a bit better.
Shopify Rebellion.
Yeah, it didn't go as well as they would have liked, but hey, new round, new chances as always. Let's see, Team Monkeys versus Shopify Rebellion. Any surprise bans? Well, at least there's a respect ban, the Brewmaster getting taken care of.
Yeah, I like this one a lot, because if you take it away, what is, I know Batrider and Brew are on the list of Monkey's favorite heroes. What would you say is his third?
Okay, so it's Beastmaster, it is Brewmaster, it is Batrider. I think it's the Broodmother, but no one plays Broodmother, so you don't really have to care about that one.
Yeah, he does have Nature's Prophet and Abaddon in the top of the list as well, but those two heroes, one's not an offlaner, the other one's not a hero, so it's a bit
Shopify
hard.
Rebellion's turn to ban.
I guess Death Prophet might be a nice one that you could overwhelm your opponents with.
Yeah, it sounds okay.
I think it's underpicked this batch.
A lot of his heroes are actually super nerfed, right? Sand King is this even a hero? Abaddon NP, Brood. Batrider's always banned, so he can't really get it. They actually the ones that ban it themselves, and it's more of a support than a core anyway.
Shopify Rebellion's turn to pick.
Honey.
Okay, well that's a solid +4 or Yopaj mid hero. Couple of people also played offlane. I don't think Saberlight does, so I'm expecting it just to be Theologor's hero, and then Saberlight gets a hero that can solo the offlane.
5 seconds remaining.
It's definitely fine as it is. The Lifestealer response first phase, so they are really set on just double king, early type pick. Just give him something he's good at, and deal with it. I mean, it's not a bad response to Tiny. I wonder what Shopify is gonna do, because there's definitely a lot of responses to Lifestealer.
Yeah, obviously Raze is the most obvious one, or Slardar as an offlane to deal with. I think Lifestealer is, in this patch, definitely one of the strongest safe lane heroes. So it's not easy to necessarily hard counter it, unless you, of course, go for either of those two aforementioned heroes that I previously said. Otherwise, Lifestealer should normally have a pretty okay time. It's I think they almost always build Radiance these days, even though there are definitely some games where Deso on a tank buster Lifestealer could be advantageous.
5 seconds remaining.
It's definitely more common, as they did ban the Brood, so a lot of respect here to Monkeys, and I would say out of everyone on Monkeys, he's the one to play the best, so it does make sense. Rubik ban as well. That just further indicates that the Tiny is going to be +4.
Yeah, it's also a possibility that they want to make sure no Rubik gets picked up if they want to go for the Enigma themselves, because Enigma Tiny is not a bad offlane duo. Lifestealer doesn't really like playing against it either. They banned the Enigma, actually. They see the Rubik ban, they ban out Enigma. Team Monkeys knows what's up in their drafting.
Yep, pretty good. They snatched the Mirana.
Shopify
Even more evasion for the Lifestealer once you get to the 15. Decent laner. Not sure if they prefer it as a 5 or 4. And there you go. The Razor you mentioned alongside the Flag Stair Blade, question mark?
Yeah, this is hard to, like, because it's Shopify and Arteezy is
10
like
seconds
the Terrorblade
remaining.
guy, but
Yeah.
it's the patch of Terrorblade Pulse 4,
5
so
seconds remaining.
don't know if Theolicor plays it.
Well, I've seen some +5 Terrorblade. I don't think.
That's true.
I mean, you could somehow flex the Tiny to Yellow Page play +4 Terrorblade, Razor offlane, and still have a carry and a mid to pick, but that would be. I'm sorry, a carry and a +5 to pick, but that would be really weird, especially because they don't have overall last pick on Shopify. So you're assuming they're gonna pick another core and last pick their support on the Dire side. That is usually how it goes, most of the time, not always. So you need some setup for Marana, right? Ember is honestly not bad this game. I like it versus Razor. Not sure if that's something RCY likes. If you want to go for something a bit more meta. Well, DK and Conquer are banned, so those are the standard combos.
Yeah, Monkeys forever.
Radiant team pick.
Team Monkeys, what are they gonna go? Primal Beast, okay, doesn't really care about Terrorblade whatsoever, just stomps all over him, and I think is also a very strong hero. If it loses its lane though, if it's a mid primal, it has such a tough time recovering.
I mean, it does rotate pretty well. I have a
10
feeling it's going to be
seconds
offlane
remaining.
because Terrorblade, regardless of where
5 seconds
which role
remaining.
it's going to play, is going to be in the side lanes, and I think Primal beats core and support Terrorblade just fine. To me, that's my hunch. Looking at RCY's Dota buff, he doesn't have that many professional games, but it is definitely like I don't think he has a
Shopify
single
Rebellion.
Primal Beast game professionally. As he will go for a Shadow Demon. All right. Good versus
Did
Razor.
okay last game, but
Good versus the
it's a good
TB.
setup with Marana as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Demonic Purge against Razor is great. Illusions of the TB, as you mentioned, is great. Setup
5
with the
seconds
Marana is
remaining.
great. Everything is great and a-okay for Team Monkeys.
Shopify Rebellion's turn.
They do have two heroes that are their two main cores so far that are really like heavy on the dive. So I'm curious to see how they're gonna approach it going further. Faceless Void does give away that this is gonna be a Terrorblade support at least. And the Faceless Void is also a very interesting
10
choice
seconds
considering you're
remaining.
picking it into a Shadow Demon, who obviously has Disruption as save, and
5
even the
seconds
Lifestealer
remaining.
later in the game where he gets the Aghanim Scepter is pretty dangerous.
You can infest him inside the Chrono to disarm him. You can do a lot
Radiant
of
team
cute
back.
little things. Yeah, but it is sort of a Lifestealer counter, right? It's a bash hero. It's a late game wise. I guess it's better for Lifestealer now than he has ever been. But I still feel like it's slightly Faceless Void favor. Not by much anymore.
10 seconds remaining.
They ban Beast. And they need
5
a
seconds
mid/offlane hero for Shopify. I guess both sides are in the same position because Razor and Primal are flexing the same role.
Okay.
Radiant team
Yeah,
back.
they're expecting the last pick to be a Monkeys Forever hero, actually, with that Beastmaster ban.
Okay. I guess the Primal is just a hero that synergizes well. The Lifestealer also having that BKB piercing disable on Void is
10
always nice.
seconds remaining.
There's definitely I feel like it's becoming more popular these days where
5 seconds remaining.
in the last ban phase you don't ban necessarily only one role, right? You ban two best heroes
Shopify
for the
Rebellion's
flex that they
turn
could
to
have.
ban.
So you'll see Shopify does the same if they'll ban like Beastmaster and Invoker, or just as an example.
Yeah, they ban out the OD here. Obviously, the previous iteration where they had
10
a different
seconds
Southeast
remaining.
Asian mid laner, they always went for the Storm, and with Yopaj, they always
5
go for the
seconds
OD.
remaining.
Decent OD game, not great, but not bad either. especially if I guess this OD ban kinda gives away that the Prime is actually going mid, right? Because I wouldn't say this is a great OD game for Shopify. You have Void, but that's about it.
Shopify Rebellion. Radiant turn to pick.
Wow. We go for the Pango.
Pango, Lear for Shopify, and then
Huskar. Let's go. No Huskar games on RCY, so yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that.
10 seconds remaining.
His most played heroes are Ember and Invoker.
5 seconds remaining.
I could see Invoker, I guess.
Yeah, I think
I mean, Ember was actually pretty impressive recently when we casted.
no one, right?
Yeah, no one. He did a really good Ember game, which it wouldn't be the wildest. Or we got to see Pudge for Monkeys Forever on that offlane position. Should be a Monkeys Forever Pudge, right? Yes, indeed. Nom nom nom. He says that's 2 saves that they now have against the Chrono, which is obviously great, but it's also just a big fat bully coming into play. It's a Kitrak +5 TB, by the way, and Theodore is going to be playing the Tiny +4. So we got Team Greed, aka Shopify, versus Team Pudge, aka Monkeys Forever and the gang.
Well, this is gonna be fun for sure. We have so many heroes that we don't see in these positions. Pudge and Terrorblade, the main ones here. But RC1 on the Primal, that is one that I didn't expect. I think it was pretty early. I think it was also not necessarily a hero that he plays professionally. I think this is literally his first one. I'm gonna double check here, as it is his 0 games. That is the debut right there.
Faith +1 for Team Monkeys on towards their mid laner. I'm just looking forward to seeing Monkeys Forever stomp the Shopify safe lane. It is a Terrorblade plus Faceless Void against big bulky boy. They don't really do anything to a Pudge. He should just be there and come at me the entire
This
time.
is a game you get 2 points in your queue as Terrorblade. You probably go 1-3-1 so that you can disengage from the Pudge. I think we saw a similar thing in one of the recent turns we were casting, like that second point of reflection early. It probably helps a lot. By the way, I clicked Phoenix because I'm a boomer, so just to make sure, RSY has 4 Primal Beast games in his competitive career, and he has a 50% win rate. So this game is literally a coin flip. We have no idea what's going to happen.
Doesn't support Terrorblade always reflection max level?
Yes, but sometimes you see 1-1-1. I've seen games where, yeah. So
Okay.
you get that illusion because it's good for blocking camps. It's good for dragging waves. There are some uses.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's good for blocking hooks. You just keep it in front of you the entire time.
Yeah, I mean that's actually.
But then again, you have to run away from the lane at that stage. I think that lane could go horribly wrong for for Shopify Rebellion. The other lane, obviously mid Pango versus Primal. Primal should actually have the advantage there. I think.
He definitely does. You get a point of uproar. Every time he hits you with the swashbuckle, you have max uproar, and you can use your W to do an absurd amount of damage.
Oh! Hook him, baby. That's just a precursor of what we're gonna see this game. Monkeys Forever on that food.
Fake hype, but still pretty entertaining.
And other, the safe lane that they're gonna be playing with is a Mirana plus Lifestealer against a Tiny Razor. Yeah, that lane you're gonna lose. It's not necessarily the Tiny, even though the Tiny hurts like a lot because he's got that big old tree. But that Razor's just nasty. Oh, they actually got the faces again. And this time he already leaped. Time Walk is on cooldown, and RTZ should be goodbye. RCY gets first blood. Thank you very much, he says. Monkeys Forever, 2-ish, 2 hooks, 2 catches. That is 100% hook rate so far. And both of them onto RTZ.
Greedy NA player, pub player, was that what you said? Game number 1? There you go.
Yeah.
Just goes up the high ground. Had a ward, yes. but did run into 5 heroes.
That's a little bit of an oopsie daisy right there, thinking time walk off. They can never kill me this early on. And now it's monkeys forever. Don't know if he was in range to get the flesh heap stack, actually. But we'll see it once he's level 3, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
Maybe level 4, right? Because you probably got 2 points in rot.
Oh, he's taking a lot of damage here. But he doesn't have a lot of armor. So first needs some levels before he can get the rot, and then start bullying with that.
So this first blood in the mid lane, or for the mid laner, I think it's going to be a totally different game for RCY. He not only has the advantageous matchup this time, but has the first blood. This is as good as he gets here for the underdogs. Wonder how much he's going to be able to pressure. He's level 2, saving the skill point, but actually did get trample rather than the other one.
Yeah, well, he is, it's RCY rank 3 in NA.
Yeah, I will not pretend that I know more about Primal Beast than rank 3 in NA. I mean, it is like rank 15,000 in Europe, but still pretty high.
A little bit of shade, but you are correct,
I
obviously.
mean, I played the same server, so it is a shade and an alter shade at the same time. Now, how's bottom doing here? Already much better for Double King. He has 0 deaths, minute 2. Oh, this is very much what you want from this lifestealer.
Yeah, it's doing better than last game at the very least. Monkeys Forever topside is doing a pretty good job as well. Mid lane is looking pretty nice. 5 denies on the Primal Beast. It's always on the side of Yopaj though, on his high ground, so the kill threat isn't that big at this stage. And Kitrak used his first metamorphosis of the game. Monkeys Forever.
This is the highest. Oh! There we
That
go.
was a really nice snipe. But he has another leap, will be able to get out. Kitrak does a lot of damage. Are they going to be able to turn it on to Kitrak, or is Kitrak going to get a double kill? No, it's going to be a kill for Roseanne, and turn his attention on towards the Faceless Void. No leap for quite some time. Bunch of illusions chasing in after Arteezy, but he should be just fine.
Really good bait from Arteezy. He gets hooked, but doesn't time walk instantly. He forces Monkeys Forever to commit for the kill, and then he
To
eventually
be
gets
fair, it
one
was
out.
on cooldown, so that's why he didn't leap instantly. But yeah.
Oh, yes, but still, it did turn out great for Shopify. I guess
As
he didn't
long
miss
as
a
it
single
gets the
hook,
job
right?
done.
On Monkeys.
No, he's doing a pretty good job, and I think that was also the reason why he hooked, because he saw that his leap should be on cooldown, and he was like, okay, I gotta do the math. It's been 24 seconds. 24 seconds, level 1. That's so long.
Yeah, and he still has it level 1 just because he ended up going for that time lock point. I don't think he got a single bash just yet, but that's how it works with Void. You're only gonna bash the creep right before you get the last hit, so that it actually messes with your last hit.
Unless you, of course, are Gaben's favorite, then you just constantly keep bashing every single time.
Yeah, I heard there's like a guy that he always bashes. Doesn't matter where. Doesn't matter
Yeah. He goes to the toilet and then closes the door. Bash! Ah, damn. My door broke. Every single time. Can't stop
when. Why
bashing.
the toilet, bro? Why did you have to include
I
the
don't know.
toilet?
I was going to a slightly different direction with the toilet, and I was like, no, there are kids watching.
Okay. Well, I don't think there's kids that play this game, but I appreciate that you worry about what we are giving here to all the viewers. It is indeed the highest quality Dota 2 casting around, honestly.
Obviously, it's also we got to show what's up. I mean, Monkeys Forever is playing Pudge off lane, so they are 1k ahead as well at the moment. So you got to bring your A game here, Bowie. We even have the big celebrity Bowie coming in.
He was doing pretty well in CS, but now he's honestly severely behind Arteezy. This Terrorblade just zoning them. They get a disruption. No arrow, but the hook's there.
Okay, in comes the meta. He's trying to man fight. Goes for Roseanne. Roseanne gets... Oh, yeah, because Arteezy is the favorite. We all know that. I don't know why we even doubted that. Right there. First hit. Boom. Smack, smack. And Gaben's like, okay, I'll turn off the button.
Yeah, well, favorites. He's Gaben's favorites, but definitely not first place favorites. As mid lane here, RCY gets his 6, but there's a rotation from Kiptrack that gets the bottle refill and could potentially go for the play, but they want the rune.
Well, it does get not denied. It's a double damage for Yopaj.
It's called Amplify, actually.
Sorry. It's amplified damage.
Radiant's middle
Oh,
tower
Thelicore.
is under attack.
Oh, good toss.
I'm surprised Double King didn't just rage.
He's going to... Okay, he actually got it. Damn. Thought it was definitely too early. I mean, RCY is having a great game. He is by far the best, the hero of the best game right now. Both the Lifestealer and the Pudge are doing a bit below what you would expect, but at the same time, kill-wise, they are ahead. Momentum-wise, experience-wise, they're having a good job. Can they prevent his wisdom from being stolen, though? 2 heroes committing here on the side of Shopify.
Wisdom fights. Okay, they have the arrow at the ready. It does connect. Thelicore. Is he going to be able to yoink it? It is indeed double wisdom for the dire side. And those supports are now sad because they're very dead. Roseanne. Oh, it's actually... he leaps in on Albino. Gets tossed back immediately. Yopaj gets a triple kill because I don't know where he killed the first one. Somewhere else. I guess the Radiance... XP rune is where you gotta kill. TP's out, gets a triple, easy Yopaj gaming.
Yeah, I mean, everyone from Shopify, they rotate the Void for the rune, and then they have the TPs. A little bit early with the disruption on Roseanne. That's how he couldn't really prevent that avalanche from being cast. But, I mean, the game's still relatively even. You have some stacks being made. In fact, they are scouted by this Terrorblade illusion. So we'll see if there's going to be another huge triangle fight, because Shopify, they definitely contested it. Arrow.
It's going in, arrow lands onto Kitrak, and the Terrorblade is dead. Luckily enough, no matter what happens, they have RCY.
Yeah, he's huge, and that was a really good primal pick, I think. 3rd pick, doing a great job. At first blood definitely makes things a bit better, but you know, it is
Double King, he's on the run. He needs creeps.
It's fine.
He gets tossed back. He's very not fine. Invest. Oh, but there's the Chrono coming out, and they fortified the creeps. Oh, the play isn't gonna be enough. Double King that was such a heads-up play, but there's no TPs, no one coming in. RCY, if you were only there. Why didn't they TP?
That was a very, very smart play. But yeah, I don't know why they had... I guess Miranda doesn't have it, but both SD and Pudge do. Oh, the hook. Monkeys Forever misses his first one. Don't tell anyone.
I'm a little bit sad. I thought, you know, with that play coming in,
they would buy time.
If they TP there, you get one, like, Onslaught trample on top of them, they're all dead.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Maybe you're right, honestly. It's just that you needed people already coming in or set up, I feel, because it's 1 TP at a time, right? Like, it definitely makes...
Oh, Monkeys Forever? Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh, gets the courier.
Gets the courier. Arteezy. They're all around you. If you get disrupted, you get arrowed. Oh, the hook doesn't connect.
God. That was so close. No vision as well. Like, he had just a glimpse.
Oh. Arrow lands. Is the damage there? Nope.
Oh.
That's RCY is here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Bonk, 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 bonk. Dead. Okay, so they do manage to finally get the kill while bottom lane Double King. There is no tower left. Goes for another infest runaway. Thelicore is nearby. Run, little melee creep.
So, you know about the whole dinosaurs having feathers, right? Wait a second here. Oh, feathers fine.
Dinosaurs have what?
Yeah, like they used to have feathers. Like they're
Oh,
very
yeah,
cool
yeah.
bird.
The raptor
So-
and stuff.
If you had to guess the sound that dinosaurs make, would you say it's more of like a roar type thing?
Nah, it's
Or
more
like-
of a.
Yeah, like isn't that crazy? Like if that's the sound they make, isn't that the like most unimpressive
They
sound,
just
right?
murder chickens. Murder chickens all day.
That is a good definition, as they're gonna try and murder our tour here, but no mana on monkeys. Not for the entire combo, at least.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
There's actually like if there's a dinosaur that has a skeleton that looks very much like a chicken's. And the dinosaur, when they have like an image of it, it looks terrifying. And then you look at the chicken and you're like, what does this monster look like? And then it's just a chicken. You're like, bro.
Yep. Have you seen emus like in real life?
Like the big cow.
Yeah, they're like
Deer
similar
thing?
to ostriches.
Radiant
Oh, those. Oh, yeah, the Australian things.
Yeah,
think.
they're
Are they
so
Australian?
scary. I think we have them in Brazil as well, but I'm not sure if they're strictly from. We have a very similar one to the Australian ostrich-like creature. They are so scary, man. Like they look angry the entire time.
I think there's an old video of a dude, like a very drunk dude, that's like, it's not an ostrich, it's an emu. And he has an emu and it's called Wallace, and he's a douche. I'm trying to sugarcoat the swear words because he's just 90% swearing in that video.
Okay.
But he's like a super drunk 40-year-old man and he's walking around with his emu on a leash.
Okay, I actually want to see this video. Right before this fight, though.
Rolling Thunder, Monkeys Forever.
Oh,
I don't know how that bounced, but the Chrono, that one will not be easily dodged. And the kill
Right
just
on
gets
the edge.
your double picked up.
Arteezy Babayev with the prediction. Well, Lifestealer's still farming at least. He is late on his armlet by a pretty good margin, but he's farming. He's hard to kill. Only Chrono honestly can kill him.
Oh, Kid Track's pretty farmed. On that Terrorblade Pulse 5. Currently has Power Treads, actually. Normally, I see Terrorblades go for the
Frankles.
Frankles.
Yep. Just wants to tank up against that Primal boy. Need as much as you can. And I do like the Cloak. Obviously, all the Primal's damage is magical. So having that will greatly help. Smoke, though. They have Blink on Arsuai. And they also have that arrow. All you need...
Towards mid. Gash comes through. Kid Track. Not as tanky as he would have liked. They have that RCY Blink Dagger reveal Monkeys Forever. He's just going to tank up.
It was a good attempt. He actually had Illusion walking towards the arrow, but the mini stun of the Primal, like, kind of didn't buy enough time for the Illusion to block the arrow. And even then, he probably dies, but if he gets the Thunder off, the fight could be different.
Because currently everything is on RCY to try and take to the distance. Because, yeah, Double King is very underfarmed, needs to get that Radiance. Even though if it goes to late, Lifestealer is very, very, very strong.
Yeah, definitely is. But in general, just because Lifestealer wins most lanes, at least compared to Void, you would expect the Lifestealer to be sizably ahead of this Void, right? Like maybe 1,000 gold ahead and he's 1,000 gold behind. So it definitely makes things a bit trickier. But now with this armlet, he should just be farming. The only way they can kill him is a smoke with Chronosphere. Or like some crazy toss back into a cliff sort of play.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tower gonna fall top. Very nicely done here. Just rotating.
Oh,
with
the
the
Liquor's
support.
got Blink.
So,
Dire's top tower
It still needs to be delivered, but he has the farm for it. Double King in mid is going to get forced back. Rage usage with a pump fake from Yopudge. Also, Mirana ulti used.
big
So,
commitment here.
Yeah, they really want to keep their buddy alive. In the meantime, face the Void. Monkeys Forever. He's just walking in, but gets Chrono. Disruption comes out. That is so quick on the faces point right there. Monkeys Forever, though, is surrounded by enemies and will be taken down. They're looking for Roseanne, who's going to get the TP out of there. Thilacor actually has a blink, but too far away.
This is such a good Pango game. Like, when you look at all of the cores on the side of Monkeys, they have 3 Strife cores with low mana pool. That Diffusal Blade taking away their mana, even though they're all tanky and hard to kill, and usually you would expect them only to need damage on Shopify to deal with it. If you drain their mana, then Lifesteal is actually easy to kill. Same thing for Primal, and I guess to some extent Pudge. So, I know Pango is a pretty common pick, but I think it was a really good choice from Shopify.
Yeah.
Dire's courier has
And
been
it's just
killed.
Pango. Eventually, you're gonna get to play against a Pudge with a BKB and a terrible and a Primal Beast with BKB. And at
Dire's
that
bottom
point,
tower is under
you
attack.
can't really do much because you're just
Radiant's
gonna get
top tower
eaten
is
while
under
you roll.
attack.
Or do you think there's gonna be a BKB on Monkeys before the game ends?
Dire's bottom tower is under
I have
attack.
faith
Okay.
in RCY.
In RCY, not in Monkeys. There you go, they fight.
Saberlight gonna get jumped. Oh no! RCY uses the little onslaught thunder.
Ooh, good disruption.
That's a quick rush away. Nice disruption onto Kitrak. RCY with the TP attempt out of there. We'll find the kill onto Roseanne. But yeah, that one right there, that was an RCY mistake. The arrow was spot on, but RCY used the little, which is something that all the Primal Beasts practice, is the little bump right after Pulverize, so that you have them perma-stunned longer so they can't pop
Yeah.
BKB. Wasn't really needed there.
Yeah, because it does move your allies and the enemies a little bit as well. Gotta be careful about that type of thing. As at least the Monkeys Forever survives the aggression here of our tour. He's level 12. It is unbelievably fun considering this is a void. Oh, RCY feeds his streak.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Nice money for it. Yo, Pudge, 5k net worth advantage. And now for Shopify, they're pushing out that mid lane. I mean, it is a nice push when the Terrorblade is involved with the Metamorphosis.
Yeah, even gets to camp the triangle here. Just trying to get Vision of Illusions with the deep though.
Coming in, Monkeys Forever, pops his ulti, but is still gonna drop pretty quickly. Arrow flies in, tossed back by Thilacor, gets the catch onto Albino Zebra, Chrono onto 2. It's the 2 supports, and they should be another one in the dumps. RCY is still dead. Currently, Double King is just farming up. Radiance is still a long way to go. And that Monkeys, yeah, that Monkeys Pudge is not what I would have hoped for, unfortunately. It's so far, at least, it's not been
Radiant's top
the
tower
god
is
tier
under attack.
off lane Pudge that I expected.
That was good flow. Pudge is farming up. Like, I think you had some really good articulation there. Can you do it again? Like, can you cast as if you were rapping, but not fast, just like with some swing, you know?
No,
Not willing to do it.
I can't talk fast. My mouth just doesn't work that way. They're gonna go in. Nice rolling thunder onto 2. They can't use their spells. They need a BKB, but they still don't have one on RCY. Monkeys Forever is looking for a possible hook, and he drags the Tiny towards him, who has a toss available. So that is not perfect. Goes for the nom-noms, but will be done. And Yopaj even getting tossed forward by Thilacor on towards the Albino Zebra chase. Swashbuckle is available and will find another kill. Wicked sick for Yopaj.
Surprisingly, this game where Arteezy feeds First Blood
Radiant's
seems to be going at a faster pace than the game their carry died 2 times with a 1 in the lane as Roseanne gets no tier 3s here. Oh, TP out from their fight. Very safe move. Doesn't go for the YOLO like Arteezy did.
Oh, Monkeys Forever gets the Kitrak hook. And Glimmer soaks up a bunch of the damage. Has no Sunder, has no way out. Thilacor trying to help out his buddy. Actually, arrow misses, but RCY is fast on his feet. Pom, pom, pom. This time does throw out the bump because there's no arrow that needs to be thrown out anyway. And he will be able... Actually, it's Albino Zebra that managed to get the kill. So all of the effort was yoinked away by the Pulse 5 Marana.
Yeah, that's what Marana does. It just gets a lot of farm because it's very good at stealing kills. Sometimes, though, kind of struggles with contributing. I'm very curious as Marana queuing up the shard is not something we see pretty much at all. At least it wasn't popular, so I'm trying to understand why you wouldn't finish Greaves, let's say, instead of getting the shard. Like, not choice.
Yeah, they should probably get the Tormentor themselves soon enough as well. It's a good shard for the Shadow Shaman. Marana, as mentioned, is trying to get it himself.
Monkeys gets a Wisdom Rune, starting to get close to that Blink Dagger. But Shopify, once again, going for the move, and they're close to RCY. It's just a pretty weird angle. They might find him. Oh, he's just standing there. He's just standing there.
He's AFK waiting for his recipe to be sent out.
No. He was buying items.
I opened the shop. What's nice? Okay, I like this item.
He's riding.
Oh, there's enemies here. No!
King bar. Just gets killed. I mean, at least he got the item before he got killed. We'll have it for the next fight.
At least they have a tool against the Pango for now, until Pango, of course, gets possible. Basher, let's see. One thing that is pretty dangerous to play against is there is a BKB on the Faceless Void and the Razor. So Terrorblade can't sunder his own ally if they're BKB'd, which is weird, but it's...
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of a hard code thing they did, right? Because like you can force death people that are BKB, you can do as an ally, you can do anything. But Sunder is the one change because it was pretty OP once the new BKB changes came about. Albino gets killed here. Well, we'll see how that's gonna pan out if he can. I mean, I guess you can Sunder, right? But it only changes your HP and not your allies.
No, you can't target them.
Oh, you cannot target? Okay.
No, it's really weird.
Huh.
Unless all of my games of playing Pulse 4 Terrorblade are really wrong, but every single time I just get really annoyed when my teammate pops a BKB and I can't save them.
You're not afraid to admitting to crimes live?
Terrorblade Pulse 4, Pulse 5 actually is one of my highest win rate heroes at the moment.
Well, it is definitely good enough for competitive, but Reddit is watching as Double King gets
pops the rage, goes in, there's the stomp, turns his attention to Yopaj, the arrow's gonna miss both of them, find a target, of course, the Faceless Void of Arteezy still has the Aegis, so not the best one. Yopaj is the target you want to kill, but he's got the swashbuckle and he is pretty fast. Double King still can toggle his way, there's gonna be the disruption coming out on the side, shit. Faceless Void gets the bash onto road. What is this? Gaben! I call PS, it's like 4 bashes in a row. He bashes on his bash and kills Roxanne from half HP. Okay, that's a little bit, sure.
Yep. That's a fine play. They take away the Aegis, but they did lose the supports, and they didn't really take much away from Shopify. But as we said, if this goes late enough, this Lifestealer does become equipped to deal with the heroes on Shopify. He's going for the Sanjin Yasha though, rather than that Eggs we talked about. And I don't think status resistance is necessarily that good this game. Chrono obviously doesn't care about it. Static Link, the same thing. I know the item's good. I just wonder if that's the best choice.
Yeah, it might not be perfectly suitable this game. But yeah, what otherwise would you get?
I guess first item Eggs.
There they go. There's going to be a Rolling Thunder in. Pulverize on top, but he is still just fine. He's going to leap in. Gets his bashes going onto Roxanne again because Roxanne hates him and he hates Roxanne. Double kill Secure looking for more up the high ground. They go. Double King can infest just in time. Gets himself into a creep and he gets out of there. Thulakor has a blink back, but the Radiance burn actually makes sure that the blink is on cooldown. And they'll get out on the side of Shopify.
Yeah, I mean, it was not a bad idea to fight as monkeys there. There was no Chronosphere. But you're going from low ground to high ground. You are just pretty weak in general. You don't have... Like, the draft that you have on monkeys is way more about pickoffs, right? You get a Dismember, you get a Pulverize, Arrow into damage. Team fight wise, Shopify's Rebellion draft is much better. You have a save on the Sunder, you have this Rolling Thunder, the Razor. Even the AoE stuns on Shopify, much better. Like, they only have one AoE stun for monkeys.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Thulakor
finds something here.
Let's hook back. And Thulakor is gonna drop. So they do manage to get a nice kill. It's the supports that manage to yoink these kills that they manage to get every single time. That's slightly unfortunate. They are gonna Marana ulti, look for target. Yopaj is that target. Jump in, bonk, bonk, bonk. And the Pudge ulti on top. Yopaj gets taken care of, and RCY wants that kill and deserves that kill. Gets it secured. Is closing in onto the Reaver for the heart.
1800 gold, no joke here for the Primal, as you said, going for the heart. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a tough choice for him. I think Eggs is really good, but heart does give you a bit more tankiness. Oh, hello.
There is the Primal Beast kill coming in momentarily. Shadow Demon is a little bit too slow on the TP. Double King going for the man fight. Sableye comes running in. Double King, his BKB is going to be on cooldown. Well, his rage is going to be in cooldown. Jumps in, there's going to be the Nom Noms onto the Faceless Void. Pops the BKB, charging forward. Albino gets bashed first hit, because of course. And Arteezy is looking for more. Will find monkeys forever. Actually, it's Sableye that steals all of those kills in front of him. Triple kill for Saber Chad on the Razor, and the tier 2 tower should falter next in favor of Shopify, who got a 5-4, yes indeed, 0 trade-off.
Yeah, and that's with Arteezy diving a tier 2 at nighttime with no vision. He just dives a tier 2, extra armor for the Primal. We can see why he's trying to build tanky. He does kill the eggs now. I think the eggs could have saved him there, because he would break this void, and it is also a cheaper item. But regardless, it does feel like there's no item choice that can really save monkeys here. They've been outclassed through this series.
Yeah, the Shopify side is pretty solid in their approach, and does help, of course, that Arteezy is bashing on every single first hit.
Gaben's most prized player.
Well, that's going to be Rage on cooldown. Arrow flies in, but sidestep just in the nick of time. First set of racks secured for Shopify, and they fall back.
Do you know that?
What?
If Gaben is Canadian?
I would assume he's just American.
Yeah, you're right. He's from California. I thought that, you know, maybe there's some... he's just like, he's such a kind guy. I assume he's Canadian. And if he is indeed increasing Arteezy's bash chance intentionally, maybe that's because of some countryman type thing, you know? A lot of people...
I mean, pride of NA. I guess that's the reason.
It is NA, yeah.
So that's good enough. The Shopify is close enough to NA that it counts. Ish. Yo, Pudge.
Done on Artur.
Yo, Pudge has been playing a really good game. Only one singular death so far.
Yeah. Doing a lot with his Rolling Thunders. Pretty standard item build. Fusel into Eggs into the Lincoln Sphere. Really good Lincoln's game, which, by the way, there was that last fight. Lincoln's that was cast on Arthur, preventing the Dismember. That was really nicely done, and I think it was Yopaj that caused it.
Well, Seconds gets popped onto Yopudge. Second set of racks to be secured. There's going to be the Chrono. Hook out of there, and he does manage to get dragged out on the Lifestealer. Running away, nice disruption coming through, but can't get the Infest going, and Shadow Demon on the run. They do manage to try and deal a lot of damage. Shadow Poison stacks are actually raking up pretty heavily on the Void. He's got 1,000 damage coming in a second, but he is not going to die.
Really good position from the Chrono there. From Arteezy, even gets himself in the hook angle, but another hook's there.
Oh no! That is a bait and switch. He got hooked on purpose, guaranteed. I mean, on accident, but still, that got him.
Intentionally or not, it works for Shopify. They are on the brink here of being a step closer to playing Nouns in the next game. Obviously, that game yet to be played, but we did talk about them being the clear favorites here for an A beautiful region.
Yeah, the NA Pride powerhouse going in. Arteezy dropping low, but not low enough. They will turn their attention, though, towards Saber Chad. He's going to get taken down. 8 kill streak picked up by RCY. Another good chunk of change for the Primal Beast, who is getting his Aghanim Scepter actually delivered right now. Okay. So it's a good tool against the Void time lock bashes, which makes sense because he's not stopping them.
Decent against the Razor as well, even the Pangolier to some extent. Oh, smoke time here. They want to utilize that eggs, but their waves just don't allow them to smoke. It's too awkward.
Also, a quick heads up, Apex Genesis just won game 1 against Nouns.
Are you kidding me?
And they're ahead in game 2. Ooh.
Ooh, boy. That's... Alright, never mind.
Interesting. Jump in. Monkey Forever onto Kitrak. Terrorblade going to be held in place. The arrow's not going to land. Kitrak gets the Sunder off onto Double King, trying to run away. There's a Chrono in 5 seconds time. Monkey Forever is already dead. And Kitrak is not going to die. There's the Chrono, and he bumps it onto Double King, who will just easily be dealt with. 4 kills secured. RCY needs to run away. Yopudge has no basher. But in the meantime, Saberlight's pushing the base and getting rid of the racks, because why does he need to be with the rest of his team?
Nope, Megas get acquired, no buybacks. You know, they're holding here as monkeys, but this one looks pretty much impossible. They just don't have the heroes, and Shopify just playing ahead the entire time. Couple of clowny moves here and there, but in general, they looked just as good as we would expect.
Okay, going out with the toss. RCY forced to pop the BKB. Let's have his Aghanim Scepter at least do some work. The game is about to close. Smoke up. They're not giving up. That I might heavily respect.
Oh yeah.
I hope they don't give up. Come on, Monkeys Forever. Blinken. Be a man. I don't see any moves coming out. RCY charge forward onto the side. Saber Light pops the BKB, gets himself back. They're looking to finish off this Ancient. Can they delay it a little bit longer? Yopudge, Rolling Thunder onto RCY. Nice turnaround with the shard as well. RCY, stun lock, no BKB available. On the side, Double King trying to find Saber Light kill. Can he get it secured? But no, the Sunder from Kitrak. No kills will be secured in this fight, he says. Unless, nope. 0 kills gained there for Monkeys. And the game will be game number 2. And with that, the series for Shopify Rebellion, who will head on towards the winner bracket finals.
Yeah, and apparently, possibly playing a team we would not expect at all. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to wait and see, but you guys can drop into that live to see how things are shaping up. I think we have a decent gap until the next game, right?
Yeah, we have about 2 hours, I think, give or take. Yeah, we have 2 hours until the next game that we will be covering. So that is quite a decent amount of time for the NA region. Lower bracket 2.1 will be there for that after the break. But first, we'll talk a little bit about what just transpired here. Shopify just beat them 2-0 without any real troubles, didn't they?
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Pretty similar drafts, I would say. The Razor that they like to flex between carry and off lane. Yopaj just popping off even in the lanes where he maybe shouldn't. RCY got a first blood into an advantageous lane. In an even game, we would expect the Primal to maybe get a kill or pressure the Pango, but we didn't really see that too much. He still just got a flawless victory with lots of good rolling thunders. Yeah, I mean, they just look very sharp on Shopify. To me, I don't really see any team getting even close to them. I thought Announce could have potentially be that team, but with the information you brought to me, even that might not be true. But it would be nice to have a finals in an A that's not Shopify Nouns. I would give you that because that's just so obvious, right? Every single time you know who the finalists are gonna be.
Yeah, it's I mean, back in the day it used to be the what was that team called?
EG versus I guess EG versus Leviathan was a thing.
Uh, there's always been two teams. Well, not always been two teams. Last season we of course had TSM still there, but they are
Before
gone
TSM,
in
you
the
mean?
wind. Before TSM, it was the Quincy crew.
Oh, true. And
The
before
Quincy
Quincy
crew stack.
Crew, there was another one too. The
The other Quinn
one
stack.
Complexity, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
bro! Now you're pulling out things from that was Kyle.
Yep, I know.
That's ages ago when that happened. But yeah, that's a long time ago. Unfortunately, bring back complexity to the NA scene, or at least in general, could bring back complexity because I always loved that org. But nonetheless, that was the series for now. We'll be back in 2 hours for more NA Dota. There is, however, another match going on live right now on ESL_Dota 2 Clarity. It's Apex Genesis versus Nouns. Winner of that will face off against Shopify Rebellion in the upper bracket grand finals. For me and Bowie, it's now a significant break. We'll be going towards exactly that break. We'll see you in 2 hours.